At Station A, the number of children was 3/5 of the number of adults on the MRT. So let's highlight this information here. At Station B, 2/9 of the adults and some children alighted from the MRT. Okay. The number of children became 3/7 of the number of adults. At Station C, 98 adults and 358 children boarded the MRT. And there was an equal number of adults and children at the end of it. Okay? Alright, now for this question, we'll use model drawing, the before and after model, to find what is 1 unit so that we can solve part A and part B. Okay, so this is the model for the first part of the information, and then the part where it's highlighted in orange. At Station B, 2/9 of the adults and some children alighted from the MRT. So there was some changes that happened, right? For adults, there was 2/9 boarded, and for children, there's some number which we do not know. And after that, at Station B, the number of children became 3/7 of the number of adults. So children Okay, so this is how we draw the model. And again, the next information, at Station C, 98 adults and 358 children boarded the MRT. So there's another change here, correct? So adult, 98 boarded, and children, another 358. So, and then there was an equal number of adults and children. So at Station C, there was an equal number of adults and children. So your model will look something like this, alright? Alright, now you look, there's a fraction here, right? At this Station B here, right? 2/9 of the adults and some children alighted from the MRT. So this 2/9, we're going to change it to units. Alright, what we can do is B stands for before, C stands for change, and A stands for the after. So before, there were 9 units, correct? Because the denominator is 9. And the change is there's a minus 2 units. And so the after should be 9 minus 2, 7 units, correct? Now, okay, let's look here. In the model, right, the green model for adults, there's how many units there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. And over here, we have 9 units. So let's look for the common multiple of 5 units and 9 units, and that is 45 units, correct? So over here, if to make these 9 units into 45, I would have to multiply by 5 so that I can get 45 units, right? And which means this, I have to multiply by 5 too. I have 10 units. Multiply by 5, I have 35 units. So now over here, I will write 9 units, correct? So that there's 45 because the lowest common multiple is 45. So this is what you do after drawing the model. Okay? So if adults is 9 units each, then children here will also be 9 units each. Now for the adults, we know that after is 35, correct? If after is 35, which means here is also 35 units. And every part is 5 units. Okay, so for children, likewise, it's also 5 units. Okay, let's proceed to the model in blue, which is at Station C. Now in Station C, we know that for adults, there's 98 people more, right? 98 adults boarded the bus. So C, which is the children, here is 15 units, correct? So which means over here, this part here, from here to here, is 15 units plus 98. And over for adults would be 35 units plus 98. Now, sorry, this part here is for children is 358. Okay, so now that we have finished labeling the models, we can find what is 1 unit. Now, to find 1 unit, how do we go about doing that? Now, first, the question says that there was an equal number of adults and children. So we can write the children and adults at station C, they are equal, right? So we can write down 35 units plus 98 is equals to 15 units plus 358. So we're going to group all the units together and the numbers together. So we have 35 units minus 15 units, 358 minus 98. We'll have 20 units equals to 260. So 1 unit is 260 divided by 20, you get 13. So there you go, we have found 1 unit. So when we find what is 1 unit, we can proceed to do the rest. Okay, so part A, how many passengers were there on the MRT after station C? So now that we know 1 unit is 13, we need to substitute this value into the equation. Now, since children and adults are equal number at station C, we just have to pick one of the equation to find what is the total. So let's say I pick the children's equation here, and I will substitute the value of 1 unit here, which is times 13 plus 358. So after I do that, I will get 553. So 553, I need to multiply by 2. I get 1106. So that's the answer for part A. Now for part B, how many children alighted at station B? Now to find the difference, okay, let's look at before. So at station A, if you look at station A, they are all together 27 units, correct? So let me do part B here. Station A, there's 27 units, and at station B, there's 15 units. So what is the difference here? All right, 27 minus 15, we get 12 units. Again, we know 1 unit is equals to 13. 12 units will be 13 times 12. You get 156. So there you go, you got the answer for part A and part B using model drawing.